At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality walking shoes, which might lead to another discovery.
40,000 steps, baby. Who's on top now, Karen?
You've taken the office step challenge a step too far. Don't worry, though. Sierra also has yoga gear. It might be a good place to find your zen. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Hey there, travelers. Kaylee Cuoco here. Sorry to interrupt your music, great artist BT Dubs, but wouldn't you rather be there to hear it live? With Priceline, you can get out of your dreams and into your dream concert. They've got millions of travel deals to get you to that festival, gig, rave, sound bath, or sonic experience you've been dreaming of. Download the Priceline app today, and you can save up to 60% off hotels and up to 50% off flights. So don't just dream about that trip. Book it with Priceline.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. From streaming to shopping, Prime helps you get more out of your passions. So whether you're a fan of true crime or prefer a nail-biting novel from time to time, with services like Prime Video, Amazon Music, and fast free delivery, Prime makes it easy to get more out of whatever you're into or getting into. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to learn more.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Spotify.
Listening to Ropedrop and Parkhop.
We're recording early.
Mm-hmm.
You're going out of town next week?
Yes.
Where are you going? Oh, yeah, Utah. I remember.
Yes. Got to pick up a child from basketball camp.
Fun.
Which, drama today. He realized, because he hasn't played basketball in a while since he's been so into tennis. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have any basketball shoes.
Oh, no.
So he's like, Mom, I need basketball shoes. And I'm not dropping $100 on basketball shoes for you just to go to camp and not play again.
Right.
So I'm checking around with different friends to see if their kids have outgrown
a pair of basketball
that
shoes.
Might be his size. So hopefully we get it figured out. Or he's just going to have to wear tennis shoes to play basketball.
Oh, no.
And he'll be fine.
He'll be the laughing stock of the basketball camp. Those are not basketball shoes.
Right. Oh, they have a Nike swoosh on them. Good enough, right? Let's read a review.
Okay.
And then we will probably not have a lot of news because we just recorded earlier this week and there wasn't any news then either.
Nope.
It's quiet over there, guys. Okay, so this is from 2 years ago from Chatty ADC.
That's Arla.
Oh, hi, Arla.
Hey, we made it
Arla
to Arla.
Dawn.
Yes, we made it to you. I hope you're still here
Yes.
listening because I think she asked me a while ago, how far is mine? And
How
I was
far?
like, it's
here.
a minute.
You'll have to message her and let her know, just in case she's not prepared. We don't want her to be surprised. Hopefully she feels the same way now as she did 2 years ago.
Hopefully.
Title is Simply Magical. I've said it before, and I'll keep on saying it. You are to podcasts what Provost Park Pass is to YouTube.
Cute.
As long as you, Aaron, because I know you are the one reading this. Wrong. And Katie keep on creating new content. My June trip to Disneyland won't end there because I'll continue to feel like I'm visiting the park through your podcast. Not only is your content easy to follow, but you are relatable. Your communication is top-notch. I mean, you are married with kids and other jobs, and you take the time to make some random fan from Washington feel special. So much so that I keep messaging you random stuff, and you keep replying. And you haven't blocked me yet. This is a long one, but I promised myself I'd write a review because I'm so impressed. If I could give you 10 stars, I would. Thank you for your kindness and for your entertaining and informative Disneyland podcast.
Cute, Arla.
Thank you,
so
Arla.
much. And here's an update on Arla. She went, this is June 2 years ago, so June of 2023. She went and then came back in February and came to our meetup for a little bit.
And we
so we got to meet her and her little boy.
Squeeze.
And,
yep,
it
that
was great.
Fun. They rode the Jungle Cruise with us. It was cute and fun.
Yes. So thanks,
Thank
Arla.
you. Thank you for that review. And we will not ever block you. Don't worry about that.
You can message us as much as you want. In fact, I expect to hear from you today.
That's right. Okay. News-wise, Universal news is all we got, right?
But it's big news.
It is big news.
Universal Orlando,
Yes.
not Universal Hollywood.
And we actually heard this rumor a couple of months ago.
Did we talk about it maybe
a little
on
bit?
here?
We
Okay.
might have. I think right before we went on our spring break trip, we said we hope that it happens before we go, right?
Right.
I think we both talked about it. And
It did not happen before we went.
It did not. But with the opening of Epic, we all kind of had an idea in our heads that it might happen, and it did. Today is the first day that Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure is part of Express Pass.
So,
Hooray! For the first time
exciting.
in, what, is it 8 years? How old is it?
Sure.
2019 is when it opened, I believe.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
6 years.
So, but a long time.
A
It's
long
been
time.
standby only, and as of today, it's Friday, May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
It is on Express Pass.
So there's no more mad rush to Hagrid's Motorbike in the mornings, although I'm sure there will still be plenty of people that rope drop it that don't have Express Pass.
Mhm.
And even if you have Express Pass and you want to ride it multiple times, is it on Unlimited?
I think so.
So yeah, if you don't have an Unlimited Express and you want to ride it more than once, you could
You
still
can just
rope
kind of
drop it.
pick whatever
and
part of the
then
day.
Ride it again.
Yep, and then pick whatever part of the.
And then ride it standby.
Ride it at night.
Yes.
It's really great at night.
So here's my question. Do
Okay.
we know if that means they've removed the single rider option? Did they replace the single rider
I
line with
believe
Express? Because
so.
I had heard that there were only 2 lines,
Mm-hmm.
line capability for 2 lines, which means that would preclude the single rider line.
I agree. Let me look, because on their app, they typically will list all of the things that are available per attraction. So let me pull up Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM. Has a weather delay right now, in
Oh,
case
of
you were
course.
wondering.
Of course it does.
Single rider says it's available still. So
Interesting.
single rider is available. Universal Express Pass accepted. I'm so
That
excited.
is amazing.
Child swap available. 48-inch height requirement. There are test seats available.
Mhm.
It's fun. It's a really
Kinda
fun
crazy.
coaster.
So I wonder if maybe that information that I'd read before was incorrect and they don't actually just have 2 lines. But I know I'd heard that
thought
from our.
that they did.
Yeah.
I agree, but
I thought
it's
I'd
still
heard
listed.
that from like an actual Universal employee.
Interesting.
So.
It's still listed on the app. I'm curious how they're running it. I guess we'll just have to go find out.
I guess so.
Dang
I guess
it.
we have to go back.
It wouldn't be that hard. We could make it happen.
Let's skip Disneyland and go back to Universal. What do you think?
No. Hard pass. No, I'm excited to go to Disneyland. In fact,
Me too.
So Katie knows this already. I went to the airport today to pick up a friend. Well, not pick up a friend. They're leaving. They're going to Disneyland. And they live about 45 minutes outside of Boise. And our airport has been expanding, and they've jacked the price of the on-site parking way up recently. And so I offered to grab their car so they don't have to park. I live really close to the airport. So do you. So anyway, I was sitting at the airport and I was just watching all the families pull up because they were running a little late and get out of their cars and go on their vacations. And I love it so much, and it made me so excited to go again in a couple weeks.
I have a friend that is a flight attendant for Alaska, and she stayed the night with us last night in between shifts and was on our way back to the airport when I was leaving my house just now. But she said to Jack as we were leaving, "Hey, I'm flying to Orange County. You want to take my place?" And he was like, "Yeah, but I don't have any money to buy a ticket once I get there."
Dead serious.
He was like ready to go. She's like, "I'm flying to Santa Ana. You can take my spot."
Oh, lucky.
She's not excited about
No?
it. No.
Where does she live?
In Twin Falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah.
lucky for her, though. And she's not. Does she stay there, or does she keep
the
going?
FA life. No, she'll keep going. I think she said on to Seattle and then Vancouver, I believe. So
Cool.
an overnight in Vancouver.
I would have taken her spot.
I'll tell her. I'll
Yeah.
let her know. Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
The new Disney Villains show at Disney World is getting lukewarm reviews, I've heard. And I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about.
It's hard. I don't know. I like shows. I like rides more.
That villain show, it doesn't really fit where they've put it.
I agree.
It feels like a
It's
placeholder.
Yep.
And, I mean, we're getting ready to have some Muppets over there, so maybe that will change to a Muppet show at some point. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? It used to be a Lightning McQueen show. That didn't fit there either. So
It kind of makes no sense. For real. Like, you go back there, because it's very weird back there right now.
Yes.
It's Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, and it used to be Lightning McQueen, which also didn't fit. And now it's Villains, and that doesn't fit. And I would like to have some cohesiveness, Disney, please.
Right. Same. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. I feel like it's a placeholder there for something else that's coming. And also, I feel like they're going to move that show over to the new Magic Kingdom place. Maybe.
I agree when they get that.
But why shoehorn it in right now? Why not just wait?
Could somebody who works for Disney please just reach out to us and give us some information so that we can understand it? Because we're not in the boardroom. So I'd really like to know what's going on.
We're not asking for much, just all of your inside info.
Yes.
It's not that hard.
Small ask.
Okay, and I think that's it, and we will be right back.
Calling all Disney enthusiasts. Dreaming of a magical escape? Look no further than Mouse World Travel, your Disney vacation experts.
Whether you're enchanted by the magic of Disney parks, setting sail with Disney Cruise Line, embarking on an Adventures by Disney journey, or relaxing in paradise at Aulani, we've got you covered.
Our team of experts will craft the perfect getaway tailored just for you. From park tickets and dining reservations to exclusive perks and personalized itineraries.
Ready to make your dreams come true? Visit mouseworldtravel.com and tell them Ropedrop and Parkhop sent you.
Mouse World Travel, where your Disney adventure begins.
Okay, today we are going to talk about premium experiences that you can do at Disneyland. So, say you're not doing Disney on a budget, and you're doing Disney on a budget and want to splurge on one or two things.
What should you splurge on?
What should you do? We're going to tell you what's available currently and what we think is worth it and what we think is maybe not. Okay. So I have a client at Disneyland right now. We were just chatting about her that is thinking about doing the Fantasmic dining at Rancho del Zocalo. And we can talk to her in real time right now and tell her whether we think she should do it or not.
However, by the time this comes out, it will be past her decision-making time.
Yes, but also she'll probably be tickled to be mentioned.
She was mentioned last week. No, actually, her
that's
husband
right.
was.
Yes.
We said him by name.
Yes.
So there are quite a few dining experiences currently at the Disneyland Resort. We have a Paint the Night parade package. We have Rancho del Zocalo Fantasmic dining. 2 types of Riverbell Terrace Fantasmic dining.
Cafe Orleans.
Cafe Orleans Fantasmic dining. And then over at California Adventure, there is Pixar, what is it called? Better Together.
Better Together, a Pixar Pal celebration.
Yes, there's a dessert party for that. There is a World of Color dessert party, and there is World of Color dining.
Yep. Right.
So we'll kind of touch on...
With premium standing.
With premium standing. We'll talk more about that.
Silly.
It is really silly. So we'll start at Disneyland. We'll start with Rancho del Zocalo,
Sounds
shall
good.
we?
Yes, let's do it.
We just had a little brief discussion about what should we text her? Should we tell her to do it? And we decided...
I think she should.
I think she should, too.
Yeah. It's worth it just to have some peace of mind that you don't have to get there well before the show starts to find, a maybe good spot to watch the show. Here you have reserved seating. It's on the ground, but totally worth it, in my opinion.
Yes.
Especially if you're there. This is their first time there, and they won't probably be back for a long time.
Right.
And Fantasmic is a great show. It's a Fantasmic show.
It is a Fantasmic. My autocorrect always changes it to Fantastic. So really quick, let's talk about the dining option that you have there. So at Rancho del Zocalo, you can choose a lunch or a dinner, and you can choose first or second performances of Fantasmic. And you pay $35 per guest age 10 and over and $25 per guest age 3 to 9. Tax and gratuity not included. Not a gratuity type of restaurant. And then what you get for your dining choices on the adult menu. Katie's favorite, sweet and spicy shrimp tacos. Potato tacos that are plant-based, or sweet and savory carne asada. And each entree is served with a slaw, rice, corn, refried beans. Cortadillo, what is that?
Cortadilla.
It's an O. Cortadillo.
Cortadillo. It's some kind of pepper.
And a fountain beverage of choice. I'll Google. I like to say cortadillo.
Cortadillo.
Oh, it's a cake. You get cake.
Cake.
It is a Mexican pink cake. So you
love
get
it.
cake with that. Heck yes. Now that we know that there is
Right?
cake involved, the question has been answered.
I feel like I need to send her a voice message.
Sure, let's do it. Let's pause.
Okay.
We paused.
We paused and we sent a message to my client telling her to book it. Book it
We'll see what she says.
now.
And we'll
Hi,
report
Jackie.
back what she said. Hi,
Yes.
Jackie. We'll report back and tell you what she says. But I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer. And then kids get to choose a chicken drumette.
Oh, okay.
What is a drumette?
Not a drumstick.
No.
A
it's
tiny drumstick.
A kid's potato taco, which is also plant-based, or kids mac and cheese. And they
Okay.
get cuties, also cortadillo, and a refreshing beverage choice. Good for them.
Agua fresca.
Maybe.
That sounds refreshing.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're looking for a way to watch Fantasmic
Mm-hmm.
and not have to sit for a bit, it's a great way to do it.
Yes, and this one is the most most affordable option
affordable
of the 8 options that there are.
Yes. So let's move on to
Well, and you can pick an early or late dining, and you can pick lunch or dinner.
Yes.
So
Yep.
pick between those.
All right, Cafe Orleans is another option that you have.
What does Cafe Orleans have?
It's a 3-course lunch or dinner.
Okay.
So you also can do that, and you can choose between the 2 performances. For the menu, you get to choose an appetizer, chicken gumbo, melon arugula salad, or crudité.
Pick the gumbo.
Do you remember when Dr. Oz called it crudité and everybody lost their minds?
No.
Because he was at the grocery store and he was trying to show how he's just a regular guy walking through the grocery store. And he's like, and I'm going to pick up some celery for a crudité. And people on the internet were like, what?
Like he's super pretentious. I think everybody calls it that now, though. Look what you've started.
If you don't know what a crudité is, it's basically like a veggie tray. Okay. And then you get to choose an entree. Braised beef short rib with Cajun garlic shrimp. Katie's favorite. Braised beef short rib without Cajun shrimp. That's probably what she'd go for. Cajun butter roasted chicken.
Ooh, that sounds good too, though.
Smoked tomato risotto, plant-based. Blackened shrimp Alfredo pasta. That sounds good if you like shrimp. Battered and fried Monte Cristo. And then the battered and fried triple cheese Monte Cristo.
I probably would pick the Monte Cristo.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
And then for dessert, you can choose a creme brulee tart or a chocolate decadence tart. And you can get a non-alcoholic beverage, excluding the Bayou Punch. You can't get that.
And it probably doesn't come with a glow cube either.
That's probably why.
Probably. Does the Monte Cristo come with pommes frites?
Probably. It doesn't say.
Steak pommes frites.
It does not say. Kids can choose that same vegetable crudité. They can have a cup of chicken gumbo, and then their entrees are shrimp, petite beef. Why don't they call it beefette?
Petty beef.
Petty beef. Chicken strips, cheesy macaroni, and then fresh fruit and a confetti trifle are their dessert choices.
Okay. Why not a steaklet?
A steaklet. That's, yeah.
like a drumlet.
Beeflet.
Yes.
Beeflet. Okay, and then this one is $58 per guest ages 10 and over and $32 per guest ages 3 to 9. There is a $10 additional cost for guests ordering the braised beef short ribs or the braised beef short rib with Cajun shrimp. So if that sounded good to you, you have bougie taste, and you're going to pay a little bit more than everybody else.
Okay. And then let's talk about the parade dining. No,
we got to talk about Riverbell Terrace.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Riverbell Terrace is your last option, and this is actually probably, this and Trader Sam's are your hardest 2 dining options to get.
The premium seating at Riverbell, right?
Right.
Yes.
Because Riverbell offers 2 different types. So they have a premium dining package and they have a standard dining package because they like to make things confusing.
Yes. And the standard one is similar to the other 2 that we just talked about as far as how it works. You book your early or late and lunch or dinner.
It's the same price as Cafe Orleans, so $58 per adult, $32 per child. I think the food is better at Cafe Orleans.
Ooh, good to know. Tell me what's on the menu.
Okay, so you can choose a 3-course Southern-style meal for brunch or for dinner. So for brunch, you get strawberry pancakes or Nashville hot chicken and brisket mac and cheese sandwich. And dessert, exclamation point. They don't say what they are offering for dessert. It just says, and dessert, exclamation point. For dinner, you can choose Nashville hot chicken and brisket mac and cheese sandwich, a pork chop, or sustainable fish. And dessert. I feel like it's not as good, like you don't get a drink. I don't see a drink. I don't see that you get an appetizer. I feel like the value is better at Cafe Orleans, and the food is also better at Cafe Orleans.
So interesting.
So if you're trying to decide between those two sit-down dining experiences, I'm just going to recommend that you choose Cafe Orleans. And then the premium dining package is the one where you show up at 7:15. The dining is for 7:15, and that allows you to stay seated out on the patio area to watch Fantasmic from your seat.
Okay.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
You've watched Fantasmic from there?
Yes, we did it.
Before it was a package? Or,
no.
Okay.
We bought it.
And?
It rained.
Oh. So no Fantasmic?
No, it did. We still had Fantasmic. It was just a light sprinkle.
Okay.
But it just wasn't as, I mean, you book it so that you have a place to sit and watch. It's a little bit farther away from the water than the other seating, so there's that. I mean, it's the only place where you can actually sit in a chair and watch it.
Yeah.
It sprinkled on us while we were there, and there's no covering. It's not a patio.
That's kind of what I've heard, is that it's kind of farther away. It's not the best viewing area.
And also, you could potentially be seated. So there are, tables right up against the railing.
Right.
You could be potentially seated behind other people, which
And
if
it's
you
not tiered.
have littles, right, that might be harder for them to see. But if they're standing up on their chair to see, then the people behind them are not going to be able to see. And so,
Do you speak from experience?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, did that happen?
No.
So if you are up at the table, just be aware of the people behind you if you're up at the railing.
Just like any nighttime or any entertainment that you're watching, be aware of the people around you and behind
Always.
you, and don't throw your kids up on your shoulders.
Always. So for this one, you get a 3-course dinner, and you are obviously watching the first showing of Fantasmic. You don't get to choose. It's a 7:15 p.m. reservation. Dinner is $89 per adult, $45 per child. And for dinner, you get to choose from the regular menu or from a dining package menu with specialty items, including a platter featuring fried chicken, brisket, and pork belly burnt ends. Yum, that sounds good. Pot roast and mashed potatoes, and dessert! ! I think of all of these, Rancho del Zocalo is great. It's quick serve. It's easy. It's a great way to go. I feel like it's pretty economical for $35 to get a drink, food, a dessert, and a place to watch Fantasmic. Great way to go.
Yeah.
Of the sit-downs, I would choose Cafe Orleans.
Yep. And just so you know, we were checking today because my client was asking about whether they should do it or not. Pretty much everything's available except for that River Bell premium seating experience.
And it goes at 6 a.m., 60 days
that
prior.
One goes super fast, but
So
everything
fast.
else for today, available today. So just know that if you decide to do it last minute, your chances are pretty good that you'll be able to grab something.
Yeah. Let's talk about Paint the Night dining.
Okay.
Over at Plaza Inn.
Let's do it. So this is going from May 16th to August 21st currently, which means they'll pause for Halloween time, I guess. Which, does that mean Paint the Night is not going during Halloween time?
I think so.
Oof.
Which I don't understand.
Oof.
I don't get it. If again, Disney, if you're listening,
This one's a little
reconsider.
bit... Yeah, right. This one's a little bit different than the Fantasmic dining in that you have a specific dining window. So you book this and then you show up between the hours of 1 and 4. And you get your lunch and you get a voucher to go to a standing room only viewing area for the parade.
Okay, and let me tell you about the location. So the location, as far as I understand, is down near the train station.
Yeah.
And it is across from the train station, kind of in the town square
By the flag.
flagpole. And I actually had somebody who was there a week or two ago. I mean, opening weekend maybe. And they watched it from that particular area. They did not love it.
Interesting.
They didn't love that area. It was good to know because, in fact, they gave me feedback on the dining package, and they said they probably wouldn't do it again.
Because you can't see the parade coming at you. You see it
Correct.
coming around the corner, and then it's
Barely.
past you.
Yes. And so it's a very confined viewing area. And so, yeah, your back is to the main parade route, so you don't see it coming down Main Street. And then once it's a triangle. And so then it kind of cuts around you and then turns a corner, and you have it very briefly in front of you.
Right.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
And so I kind of can get that.
Yeah, it almost would be better if they would move it across to in front of the train station
agree
and
with
rope
that.
that area off instead. Or maybe
I
even
agree.
up on the train station.
Up on the train
platform would be
station is
perfect.
VIP.
Oh, gotcha.
So they don't have it up there. That's where VIP tour guests who want VIP seating
I
go.
wonder if, in the hub where the partner statue is, how they have that roped off for fireworks for VIP. I wonder if they could do some kind of parade viewing
be
there.
nice.
That would be a good spot.
I don't know. But it feels like, from what I understand, just giving feedback I heard, it's not the greatest spot to watch.
And I've watched the Main Street Electrical Parade from there. I don't remember being annoyed.
About it?
Yeah, I don't remember being annoyed with that vantage point, so it must have been all right.
Also, though, here's another thought was it your first time ever seeing it? Because if it was your first time ever seeing it, maybe you'd feel differently than if it was something you were familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going for this once-in-a-lifetime trip, maybe this isn't the way to do it. If Paint the Night is a big thing for you.
Yeah.
It's not a fantastic viewing area. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great to have a spot and not have, you have the convenience of having a place and not having to wait. But just know that it's just kind of a limited viewing area almost.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Well, and is it worth paying $55 per adult for a meal and a place to stand to watch the parade?
Right.
Which you can find anywhere along the parade
My
route
thoughts are, and my recommendation for my client who traveled last week after receiving this feedback, I said, what I would do if I were you is save yourself for your family, save yourself the $160 that you'd be spending, and maybe an hour and a half, find a spot, go get some food, have a little picnic on the curb, and, I guess it's whatever's most important to you.
Yeah.
If time's more important to you, fine. If money's more important to you, fine. But just know that this is going to be kind of an interesting viewing area.
But let's talk about what's in it, what you get to eat. For the adult dining package menu, there's a mushroom gravy glazed meatloaf, a baby wedge salad, pea puree over creamy mashed potatoes. This sounds British.
It does sound gross.
Herbed crispy carrots.
Oh, back up. Pea puree. Who likes pea puree?
Babies.
I don't think they do,
like
actually.
Food. Herbed crispy carrots, Paint the Night themed dessert, choice of one fountain beverage.
One only.
And then if you're a child, for $28 between the ages of 3 and 9. You get crispy chicken tenders, mac and cheese, applesauce, and baby carrots, not pureed. Dinner roll, Paint the Night themed dessert, and a choice of one fountain beverage. Anyway, that's that.
Yeah.
That is that. And then also over at Disneyland, the Docking Bay 7 dining package, is that still available? I feel like yes.
Fire of the Rising Moons. Let's see.
Fire.
Fantastic. It's not listed on
fireworks package.
Oh, Tomorrowland Skyline Terrace.
The Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo Nighttime Gathering is what it is actually called.
Yep, there it is.
And it is. Does it say? It doesn't say what the dates are.
Which is a good sign, right?
Yeah.
I imagine they just.
I'm going to check availability really fast.
They just throw the music up to whatever fireworks are playing. I think if the fireworks are going to dance with the music, you're going to be on Main Street. Otherwise, if you're just going to listen to John Williams with fireworks in the background.
So, yes, it is available for the foreseeable future with the exception of June 16th and 18th because you know what's going on those nights.
June 16th and 18th. Pride nights.
Yes, correct.
I had to think about it for a second.
And it looks like there's availability every night. So for tonight, for instance, 8 p.m., 8:20, and 8:30 are all available.
Oh, nice.
So let's talk about what that includes.
Yeah, it's $89 per guest, period. Doesn't matter if you're 3 or 73.
And it's a pretty presentation. I love the presentation on this. We haven't tried it, so I don't know how to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about how the food is, but it's like a bento box style, and I'm sure they all have weird names. Oh, no. It's all normal names. You get cheeseburger croquetas, assorted cheeses and fruit, a wonton citrus ginger chicken salad taco, not taco salad, not chicken taco salad, a chicken salad taco, pastries, chocolate, a specialty-themed non-alcoholic beverage, unlimited Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, and bottled water, and an opportunity to purchase wine or beer.
So it sounds kind of similar to your dessert packages at the
World
of
Color.
Yeah, minus the alcohol.
Right, but different in that you can reserve. There are multiple times available for the same fireworks showing. So
seating waves? I wish they would do that for the dessert party, actually.
So you arrive and dine at Docking Bay 7, and then there's a reserved viewing area that's standing room only for the Fire of the Rising Moon show.
Cool.
I say this one's not worth it, only because it's standing, for one thing, so $89 doesn't even get you a seat. And there is plenty of standing room down below next to the Millennium Falcon, where it's super easy to also see the fireworks show. Plus, you get to be down there with the people that all raise their lightsabers before the show starts and all of that when Bard starts the show. Anyway.
Yes, it's cool. It's cool to watch them back there, but I agree. I think I would not do the dining package back there.
It's really cute, though.
It is really
cute. The food
cute.
looks fun.
And if you're in Disneyland for more than one night, we obviously are going to recommend that you go back there and watch the fireworks from back there because it's a totally different experience and it's a lot of fun.
Okay, shall we hop over to the other park and talk about dining there?
Almost. We have Skyline Terrace.
Oh, that's right.
So Tomorrowland, there's a lot.
I skipped this one because...
So let's talk about Tomorrowland Skyline Terrace. That is a fireworks dining package. $89 per person for this one. Currently through August 21st, which is interesting to me because there will be Halloween fireworks.
Yes.
So why wouldn't they continue to offer it through Halloween?
I don't know. Maybe they'll switch it up and do something Halloween themed.
Yeah, maybe.
Like maybe switch up the menu. I don't know.
So you can come and go as you please between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. It's up high, yes. It's up on top of the launch bay.
Launch bay,
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And when we talked about this before, you said that it's kind of, you have to schlep your food all the way over there after getting it. So let's see here. This is what, after checking in, you'll be escorted to Skyline Terrace and you can pick up your meal and beverages. It does not say anything about Galactic Grill on here, which is interesting because isn't that what it was when you tried it?
Yes, we had to pick up our food at Galactic Grill and schlep it all the way up there.
Yeah, so
across
on here,
a crowd of people.
There's no mention of Galactic Grill. I wonder if they've changed it a little bit.
Maybe
Maybe
pick it up at Pizza Planet.
Ew. Maybe
the ramp is right next to Pizza Planet.
It is. But maybe they have received some feedback that was kind of a hassle.
It was hard because we
Yeah.
had big old trays that we were trying to haul across traffic.
I wonder how it works. We should find this out. This
Okay.
this would be good information, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But you can choose between, for adults, again, it's $89 per guest, whether you're an adult or a child. You get a cold charcuterie style sandwich, Waldorf salad, pimento cheese and crackers, seasonal desserts, unlimited soft drinks, and a specialty themed non-alcoholic beverage. And then for kids, cold charcuterie style sandwich, rolled bananas. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Seasonal vegetables with dipping sauce, cheese ball and crackers, seasonal desserts, and then drinks. But yeah, after checking in, you'll be escorted to Skyline Terrace and can pick up your meal and beverages. I wonder if they're boxing it.
That would be nice.
That
Well,
would be
it was
super
boxed
nice.
at Galactic Grill too.
I
but
wonder if
then
it's
they
going
stuck it on
to
a tray.
be over there now.
Maybe that would
would
be
be so
nice. It would be
nice.
nice. And the really fun thing about Skyline Terrace that I did enjoy, it was a freezing cold night. They had blankets for us. There were games you could play like Connect Four and like yard game style things. And they did have Topo Chicos included in
nice.
the beverages, so that was fun. And it's a full service soda bar where you go up and they get you whatever beverage you want.
I scrolled down a little ways and it says that you can check in. There is a podium near Alien Pizza Planet. After checking in, this is the verbiage. After checking in, guests will be escorted to Skyline Terrace where they will be able to pick up their meal and beverages.
Okay.
So that's nice.
That makes sense.
Here's the thing though. We're not going to go test this out for you because we don't
No.
think this is a good package. We don't
Right.
love it.
Nope.
And why don't we love it?
Because the fireworks are canceled quite frequently, which means you've paid $89 to go sit up there and eat a sandwich and have
view's
unlimited
great.
Diet Cokes.
And Topo Chico.
You'd have to drink a lot of Diet Cokes to get your $89
The view is
worth.
really pretty up there.
It is really pretty up there.
Not
and
worth $89.
If you get the fireworks, that's great. However, I don't think they even pipe the music in over there for you for the fireworks. So you're just watching
fireworks.
random fireworks.
And no projections.
Nope.
You don't get to see any of those. And
You
those
can sort of see the Matterhorn a little bit over
Okay.
the top of, what is it, the people mover where the old rocket rods used to be.
Right.
You can sort of see the Matterhorn over there.
and over Galactic Grill.
Yes.
I just feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I wonder how popular it is.
I don't know.
Let us know if you've done this. If you've done the Skyline
Recently.
Terrace recently.
Mhm.
Let us know. And let us know if you feel like it was worth it. Yeah, and it says here, show cancellation. Performances can be canceled without notice due to technical, weather, or other issues. No refunds or exchanges will be available even if the show is canceled.
Yep.
So you've just spent $90 for great show dining, and there's no show.
Right.
Anyway, it's not one I would ever try. It's not even
Right.
one that's on my list.
Right.
And
it was
thank you.
it was
You-
fun. Yeah, it was nice of me to try it. Right?
Yeah. Did fireworks happen that night?
No.
No, they were canceled for
because
you.
it was cold and windy.
Yeah.
In fact, there were a couple of times where we left to go walk around down on the ground because it was warmer down there than it was up in the Skyline Terrace.
That makes sense.
Okay, so is that it for premium dining experiences at Disneyland?
That is it for premium dining experiences at Disneyland. Let's hop over to DCA.
Let's do it. What should we talk about first? Let's talk about the dessert party first, since we have the most experience with that one.
Mm-hmm.
This one, in our opinion, absolutely worth it. I would do it every time if I had the budget for it.
In fact, we're doing it again this next time
sure
we go.
are.
And that'll be my third time.
Yeah,
And your,
probably fourth.
yeah,
Not many more.
quite a few.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Because this is guaranteed seating, and the show goes rain or shine. You are guaranteed a show.
yes,
And by the end of the day at the resort, it's so nice to just have a place to sit and watch. And this is the longest of the entertainment, too.
yeah.
20 plus minutes on any of the World of Color shows. So it's really, really nice to have a spot to sit. The dessert party dining is far enough back that you're not really in a splash zone either. Whereas, like, if you're down closer to the bay, you're going to get a little bit wet.
You might have a great view, but you're going to get wet.
Right. If it's a hot day, that feels nice. If it's not such a hot day, it does not feel nice because it's dark by then.
And different than River Belle Terrace, when we talked about, like, if you're further back, you have people to contend with. The viewing area is tiered.
Right. It's a
And you
terrace,
are
yeah.
up on the highest level of the viewing. So you're able to see over everybody. You have a fantastic view.
And you have a waiter. You have a dedicated waiter that's coming to bring you drinks.
And they're always great.
Yes. And the little charcuterie crudité box,
Oh, yes. Crudité.
dessert box that you get is so cute. And we haven't tried the new menu yet, but
Which
we've
is
heard
why
it's
we're
amazing.
doing it again.
Yes. And you get a pin.
And you get a pin.
I just think this one's a really good bang for your buck.
I agree.
It's expensive.
It is $94. They recently increased the price.
And if you have a bigger family, right, more than 4 people in your family, that starts to get a little bit spendy.
Yes, and that price includes tax and gratuity. And when we did it last time when we did it, we talked to our server about the gratuity, and our server told us that they were given a very generous gratuity from the dining package.
So don't feel like you have to tip extra unless you feel like it.
Unless you feel like it. But they said that Disney takes care of them and gives them a very generous portion of the dessert. So that's good to know.
And you get 2 alcoholic beverages with this one.
Yes.
Included.
And we did double check that you still do get 2. We got some feedback on that. And this is what you get now with the new box. Artisan charcuterie and cheeses with seasonal jam and crackers, assorted freeze-dried fruit. I think that's new. I don't remember freeze-dried fruit from
that
before.
is new. I think it was just grapes before.
World of Color themed fruity creme macaron. Mini cupcake filled with, mini cupcake topped filled cookie cups. What? Mini cupcake topped filled cookie cups. That doesn't make sense. Disney, fix that. White chocolate drizzled fruity crisped rice treats, zesty lemon cake with candied citrus wedge. Yum, I'm excited for that. And then you get unlimited soft drinks, including coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. And they have a World of Color seasonal non-alcoholic specialty beverage, and then wine, sparkling wine, beer, or the World of Color seasonal cocktail for anyone 21 and older who wishes to partake.
Okay.
There's
2 showings.
Yes, and there's kind of 2 ways to go about this. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you can do it.
No, I was just going to say we usually recommend doing the early showing if you can, just because you have more dedicated time to sit at your table with your waiter. It feels a little bit rushed during the second show because you don't get a chance to sit until that first show is over.
Yes.
However,
the flip side of that coin,
yes, if you want more time at the park, then the second show is better because the second show doesn't start till after the park closes. So
yeah, so
you decide what's more important to you and book it that way.
If you book that earlier party for the 9, let me look at this really quick. Okay, so your arrival times for the dessert parties are going to be 8 p.m. and 9:15 p.m. And that is for shows that start at, what? They have World of Color, a grad night celebration?
Oh, I think I knew that. They show it like 1 in the morning.
That's
for
kind
grad
of fun.
night.
They showed it 11:15 p.m. and 12:35 a.m. That is really fun. It's a special
nice.
one. It's a special edition of the World of Color Nighttime Spectacular in honor of the class of 2025. It's a whole special show.
That's cute.
I love that so much.
I remembered that they show World of Color for grad night, but I just didn't know it was a special one. I wonder if that's new this year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lucky you guys. So 9 p.m. and 10:15. So you're showing up an hour prior to showtime. For both? Wait, that doesn't make sense, though, because if we're talking about showing up 8 o'clock for a 9 o'clock, you get more time with your server? It doesn't sound like you do.
Unless they seat people early.
I don't know. So maybe it's not any different.
Maybe they've changed it up a little bit.
Well,
so that it's fair.
The thought is you get more ride time. You check in at 9:15. You feel a little bit more rushed because the park is closing and you're kind of shuttered in after the first World of Color ends. But
maybe it takes people longer to clear out than they think.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
I prefer going later.
Same. To not take up park hours. Precious park hours.
But if you want to have a nice, relaxed experience and you're going to be tired at the end of the day, book that earlier trip or book that earlier package.
Okay. And then the other dessert party option at California Adventure, and then we'll go back to World of Color dining, is the Pixar Pals Better Together Parade dessert party. And that is in the middle of the day. So we haven't tried this one yet, but it is, you are seated at a table on a parade route in the middle of the day at California Adventure where there is not as much shade as there is at Disneyland. So I would imagine that there are some tables that are not in shade, and it's probably could be a little bit miserable on a hot day. But this dessert box is also very cute. It's Pixar themed. And you get artisan cheeses, charcuterie, and crackers with seasonal jam, freeze-dried fruit, grapes, soda, macarons, chocolate-drizzled crisp Rice treats, Better Together themed cake, and then your unlimited sodas, coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Hot chocolate at 2 in the afternoon. Sounds great.
Then you can go get yourself a baked potato at Troubadour Tavern.
Pixar-inspired seasonal non-alcoholic specialty beverage, and then it just says wine, sparkling wine, beer, or Pixar-inspired seasonal cocktail for adults ages 21 and older. It doesn't say 2 per person.
It doesn't anymore on the dessert party for the World of Color either, but we had someone who went last week that said they got 2.
And then this one is also $94 per guest, no matter what your age is, unless you're 2 or younger. And if you're 2 or younger and you're listening to this podcast, hi. You're free. You're free at the park. You're free to eat.
Tell your parents to take you.
And this one is check-in at Sonoma Terrace, and then they will take you to your table. So the parade starts 45 minutes after your reservation time. So you're going to get a reservation time depending on what the parade schedule is. And currently they are showing twice a day, right?
Yeah.
What are the parade times?
A great question. But let me look. I can tell you dining times. I only see 4:15. Even 60 days out, I'm only seeing 4:15.
Okay, interesting.
So is it only available for one show?
So maybe it's just for the later showing, which is good because then it's not so hot.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's a 4:15 dining time for a 5 p.m.
parade
showing. That sounds better for hot chocolate than
it does sound better for hot
2
chocolate.
in the afternoon.
This one for me, I don't know if it's one that I'm super into trying either. And my main reason is the parade route at DCA feels a lot more spacious than the parade route at Disneyland.
Yeah, there's almost always a spot to sit. You can walk up last minute and find a great spot to sit for that parade.
Yeah, and I know people love it. And so I'm not going to discourage you if this is something that sounds fun to you. It's just not one that I think I'm going to try.
Also, I feel like those tables kind of encroach on the walking path a little bit. So I feel a little awkward. I've done the dessert party for the
Oogie Boogie.
Right, but what's the
Frightfully
parade?
Fun.
Frightfully Fun parade. It feels a little bit awkward because you're like right out on the street eating your dessert as people are walking by.
Yeah.
Whereas the dessert party for World of Color, you're like in an enclosed
I agree
dining
with that.
space.
And I've never done that dessert party for Frightfully Fun, but I've been walking past it, and it
does
feels
feel
a little awkward.
Yes. Anyway.
Try it. If you try it, let us know. I think
the grape soda macaron alone might be worth it, right? Because that's the only place you can get it.
Same thing. I think that they should bring that to the parks always. And then last for premium dining packages, we're going to talk about the World of Color dining packages, which are available at Storytellers and Wine Country Trattoria. And these are not reservable as dining packages.
Right. These are totally different than any of the Fantasmic dining packages.
So
the way they work.
Book regular dining at either of these places, and when you arrive, they have a limited number of reserved standing room spots that they can guarantee you, and you'll just tell your server that you'd like to add the World of Color dining package on, and they'll take care of that for you.
Right.
At Storytellers, it is $69 per guest 10 and older, $46 per guest age 3 to 9. And then at Wine Country Trattoria, lunch and dinner are available, $69 per adult and $41 per child. There's also a Magic Key Terrace if you're a Magic Key holder. That is lunch and dinner available, $69 for any guest age. Oh, sorry, for adults, and then $41 for children.
Yep. So you make a reservation at either one of these restaurants. Storytellers is not in the park, but Wine Country Trattoria is.
And Magic Key Terrace.
And Magic Key Terrace.
If that applies to you.
And
there are a lot of people who on Disney forums will say, I want to make this World of Color dining reservation. Can I access Magic Key Terrace if I'm not a Magic Key holder? No, you cannot. You have to be a Magic Key holder to go to the Magic Key Terrace.
Can you go with a Magic Key holder?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
So at least one person in the party has to be a Magic Key holder.
Yep.
Anyway, so same-day reservations are super easy for either one of these, I believe.
Yeah. And they have recommended dining times. I imagine you probably could dine outside of these, but they recommend that for the first show at Storytellers, you're going to be dining between 5 and 6 p.m. For the second show of World of Color, they want you there 6 to 7. And Wine Country Trattoria, they say lunch is available from 11 to 3:55 and dinner is 4 to 7:50. And the same at Magic Key Terrace. Well, 1 to 3:55.
Yes. I don't like the arbitrariness of this system right here because really the reason they're saying these are suggested dining times is because it really comes down to whether they hand out all the vouchers or not. And you have no way of knowing how many vouchers they've handed out by the time you go in and dine, right? So you could show up at 5 p.m. to Storytellers and they've already handed out all the vouchers for the first show, so you're stuck with the second show. I just think, why don't they make it the same way they make Fantasmic, where you're reserving which show you're going to then on the app? I don't know. It just seems odd to me. I don't think that it's that popular, though, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
So the possibility of them running out of vouchers doesn't seem like it's super high, but also they could on a busy day. I don't know.
If you're going anyway, I mean, it doesn't ever hurt. If you're doing one of these dining experiences anyway, it doesn't ever hurt to be like, hey, can we throw that on?
Yeah, all you do is let your server know that you want a voucher for the show, and then they will adjust your price for you and give you a voucher.
Yeah, so that's a way to do it.
There you go.
And then it's the same meal that you would get otherwise. So I think at Wine Country Trattoria, it's probably a prefix. I don't see the menu on here.
I have it right here.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I did. Oh, no, there's not really a menu, although there is an upcharge if you order the ribeye. If you order the ribeye at Wine Country, there's an upcharge. If you order the short ribs at Magic Key Terrace, there's an upcharge.
Guys, they're not giving their beef away for free.
No.
Everywhere you go, if you're getting a beeflet, you have to pay more. That's all there is to it. Beef is extra.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So that's that. That is World of Color dining in a
nutshell?
Not neat package. It's not neatly wrapped up for you. Okay. Is there anything else?
No.
Premium dining-wise.
So I think we came in... Oh.
One thing that's coming is at the new steak place. Now, I can't think of what it's called in downtown Disney. They have hinted that there will be some kind of premium dining experience to watch the fireworks from there.
Oh, that's right. Which means we'll have to do this episode again soon.
It's the Arthur Miller Steakhouse. I don't remember what it's called. It's something like that, though.
Woody's Roundup. Let's see.
Steakhouse.
Downtown Disney
It's Pearl's Roadside Diner and Arthur & Sons.
House.
I think it's Arthur & Sons.
Arthur & Sons Steak and Bourbon.
I liked Arthur Miller's Steakhouse better. But
like
anyways, there's supposedly there's going to be some kind of premium dining over there for fireworks, which will be really cool.
Which will be super cool. Yeah. Also, though, fireworks still get canceled.
True.
So
true.
We'll see.
Oh, that's one thing I was going to note is the Better Together Pixar Pals celebration dessert party. You can get a refund if the parade is canceled on that one.
Oh, that's nice.
That's refundable.
Why?
I did notice that. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, why that one and not the fireworks?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I think because people are going to be just disappointed in the fireworks anyway, and so they're just trying to cover their bases.
I wonder, too, you will have eaten your dessert by then, so...
Interesting.
But I'm guessing the parade doesn't get canceled very
at the last
easily,
second.
right?
Yeah.
If they're going to cancel it, it would be
They
in
would cancel it
advance.
ahead of time,
Yeah.
and there would be no
They
experience.
would snatch that box right back from you.
You get no table on the walkway, and you get no box of goodies.
No grape soda macaron for you.
Sad. Can we put it at Bing Bong's? It belongs at Bing Bong's.
It does.
I
You
think
are
so.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once this is gone, Disney, bring it back. While you're at it, bring back the Fluffernutter churro. Funny story. My friend that is headed down there today, her daughter came this morning and showed her on her iPad a picture of a Fluffernutter churro.
Aww.
And she's nonverbal.
Uh-huh.
And Amber was like, ooh, sorry. She's like, bad news.
Not today. Dang it.
I know.
All right. Well, here's your weekly reminder to follow us on Facebook at Ropedrop.Parkhop, on Instagram the same, and go join our fun discussion group on Facebook called Rope Dropping and Park Hopping.
And if you have not rated and reviewed the podcast, go ahead and leave us a rating and a review and hit the subscribe button. We hit 1,000 subscribers on Spotify, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate every rating and review that comes through. We're so grateful. And join us on the Patreon.
Yes, please.
We'd love to see you over there.
We're about to record our extra episode for the month next. So
Yes. What's it
come
about?
join us.
What
You
are we
can hear
talking about?
We are talking about jobs.
Oh.
So riveting.
We talk a lot about non-Disney things over there. We talk about our lives. We talk about things that we just come up with random stuff to talk about. And it's pretty fun. So
It is fun, although that sounded really boring. So
jobs.
Jobs.
Come listen to us talk about jobs.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.